morning, good morning, good morning. Maybe it may not be morning where you're at. It's morning here. We are here to talk about this lady, Helene Berr, from Paris, France. Her, like Anne Frank and Eddie Hillesum, are the three greatest diarists of World War II. Trust me, I've read a lot of Holocaust diaries. These are the three best, unquestionably. So I just want to speak about Helene this morning. Helene is a student at the prestigious Sorbonne University of France. She's 21 years old, and she's intellectually and musically gifted. This is a young woman that endured quite a lot in her short life. But she did it with the grace, really, of an angel. I'm not exaggerating. Helene, like most others that are well-read, have an intrinsic poetic side. It is often the language they speak without even realizing it. A very significant portion of her diary involves analyzing her feelings and thoughts for a boy named Gerard. Yet again, Gerard has perplexed her and made her sad, having informed her he will not see her again until autumn. Despite the seeming endless references to Gerard in the first quarter of her diary, still her diary and her reading does well to keep her spirits up. Another young man will truly capture her heart further along. His name is Jean Morawicki, but we'll get to that later in another episode. I want to say that throughout her diary, Helene is smart and deliberate in her steps. The worries she has of the Germans, she keeps at bay and in the back of her mind, trying to live a normal life as possible. Helene, Eddie Hillesum, and Anne Frank have all found the same secret. Let me illustrate it here. Helene is at the park with friends at Luxembourg Gardens in Paris, France, where she is taken in by the children's laughter, the sound of the water lapping against the fountain, and the light reflecting off of the toy boats as they float along. As is likely to happen in times like these, a harsh political discussion breaks out among those gathered. She thinks of the entire thing as nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to this nature, the beauty all around her. It's nothing to that. That tells us of something much, much bigger than whatever's going on this tiny planet amongst the humans. Because it says here that the beauty which she found in it seized her heart. But Eddie, as well as Helene and Anne Frank, had an acute understanding and appreciation of the tiny little miracles of each and every day. Like today, you hear the birds chattering. You see the blue sky. You see the green trees. Everything is a miracle. But they didn't take it for granted. And I'd even go so far as to say this was the major foundation of their faith. So there's going to be a trip. The family has a home. You know, the family's well-to-do, and they have a summer home in Albertonville. So Helene paints a picture of that trip she has. Setting off from the station beneath gray skies and in pounding rain, the train journey with its jokes and high spirits, pretending that the whole day would be good. The first walk through the wet grass in the garden and the sudden appearance of a sunny blue sky over the meadow after a hard rain. A game of deck tennis before lunch, the kitchen table, and the lively jolly meal, everyone is helping washing up. Francois Pinault methodically doing the drying while Job is putting them away whilst smoking his pipe. Jean Pinault putting away a plate and a fork simultaneously and laughing each time he's caught, throwing his hands up as if he didn't know what happened. How did that happen? It's just silliness. And that's what you're supposed to be when you're young. And she's 21, so she should be especially silly. But all her friends are silly too, so it's a good mix. But we have, to wrap the end of this little episode up, there is a serious part here. At this point, the Jews are forced to wear yellow stars. At first, our Helene decides that she shall not wear it. That is, as it's degrading and proof of one's submission to the Nazis. Later, she says this: I want to do whatever is most courageous. This evening, that means wearing the star. Though when I do wear it, I want to stay very elegant and dignified at all times, so people can see what that means. Our Helene boards a metro train. Those around her have mixed reactions, some murmuring, Jew. While others on the train, seeing and hearing this, repeatedly endeavor to catch her attention and give her a heartfelt smile. These smiles brought tears to Helene's eyes. The next day at 2 p.m., Helene enters the Sorbonne. She suffers mightily in the courtyard with her fellow students. She no longer feels herself seeing the familiar faces, while feeling the weight of their eyes upon her as they struggle to understand this star that she wears. Thank you.